Hello, Aries. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you who are familiar with the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Quickly, I just want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers, to the subscribers that have been around for so long. I'm seeing the channel really do very well right now, and I'm so thankful for that. So thank you guys for your love, support via means of liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, booking personal readings, donations to the channel. You guys are fantastic. I appreciate every single one of you. Aries, this is going to be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, reverse the roles that it applies, discern the messages. Remember that not everything is for you. I feel like there's something stuck to my face right now. I don't know what's going on. So Aries, let's just get right to it. This is going to be mid-month. I know it's a little later than the mid-month, but there's one of me and lots of you. So let's leave it at that. All right. Intuitive messages before I turn the camera on. Implantation, and it's like I kept getting the idea of, this is going to sound so weird, but this is how it was brought to me, like for females, right? The cervix, like the womb space of the body is a place of fertility. It is a place of growth. It's feminine energy. It is that of the Empress, right? There's where fertility and growth happens. Aries, I will also say to you, new beginnings. This is you are the first in the zodiac sign. It comes up as a 1. This is new. Whatever this is new. It's also where life begins, as what Spirit gave me. I made notes. This is also implementing ideas, passions, creative expressions that are coming forth to you at this time. Visualizing what those things look like in your world. So it's a lot of forward momentum, action-oriented growth is what Spirit is giving me. Side to that, they mentioned Friday. I will say, I feel this is future oriented. I don't think that this is past. This coming Friday, for whatever reason, and then potentially even the following Friday, which I think that takes us, that's still the end of the month, right? I'm looking at the calendar. So yeah, we've got 2 Fridays left in November. So it could be either one of those 222 on the clock a second ago. So there's something about Fridays, and I also feel like this particular Friday, this could be a time of spending some time alone, maybe like, kids and wives. Well, yeah, wives and kids, whatever, spouses, whatever. Everybody else is kind of like leaving the home. Maybe they're going Black Friday shopping, or who knows, right? Whatever. Some of you could be spending that time like diligently working. I'm seeing like the 8 of Pentacles kind of energy, taking some time out for yourself, but working on goals rather than kind of maybe creating or participating in certain festivities or something like that as well. Spirit just said you could be taking the next 2 Fridays off in general. So I don't know, for some of you that could be very important. That may be like the Spirit is saying meeting of the mind somehow. So I don't know what you guys are doing specifically, apply it where it fits in your world. But it seems to have a pretty significant importance for you. And it's kind of like this brainstorming, energy too. It's like the way it's coming in is like brainstorming or contemplating things, reviewing, processing. Could be computer work. I could see you sitting at a desk, head down, very focused on what it is that you feel you need to be investing in at this time too for these new beginnings. This could also be new beginnings of how you want 2024 to come into play for you, how what you want to accomplish during that time. So very, very focused on Spirit is saying your pentacles. So this could very well be around money, stability, security as well at this time. Don't skip over. The one thing they're showing me is like almost like an absenteeism of you guys during the holiday season. Cat's wired today, so heads up. So it's like the holidays aren't for everybody. Some of you may not celebrate them at all. Some of you that may be your favorite time of the year. I don't know, right? But the one thing that I want to say is Spirit is like asking you to remember to take some downtime to enjoy those moments, even if it is just by yourself, where you're not working, you're not like so focused in on certain things. Like allow yourself the time to enjoy life, not just work. Okay, so make sure you're taking a pause and a reprieve as needed, and make sure that you're not missing very important moments, especially if you've got kids that that you're enjoying those things. You're making memories, you're creating memories, that your work is still going to be there. So it's like finding, you know, forever. I think we're always, every single day of our lives in some capacity, trying to find balance in things. Some days we perfect it, some days we suck at it. But it's almost like you need to be able to manage both and make sure that, yes, you can implement your goals, but you also need to implement the ideas of making memories, because that's what you're here for. Okay, so we'll leave it at that, Aries. All right, let's dive into the cards, see what Spirit's got for you guys today. I hope you're doing well and fantastic. Like, share, subscribe, comment as well. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. All right, Aries. Spirit, what does Aries need to know mid-November? Compassion and distraction. Compassion has popped out in so many of these mid-month readings. Distraction. And this came out today in the daily video. And this distraction, I feel like I just said that to you. Like, don't allow your work to become your primary focus. Yes, implement and feel that intuitive pull, but also know when you need to take a step back and live life. Don't just work yourself to the bone. Take a moment to live life. And I think that's going to be very important. And there could be something for some of you, I don't think this is going to resonate with everybody, that the holidays could be difficult. And I said that earlier, for some of you, it may just not be your thing. There may be something tied to that where you may be missing a person. Maybe, you know, a family member or something passed away. I'm going to say a couple of years ago, maybe upwards of 2 years ago is what they're giving me. So things just maybe haven't been the same when it comes to traditions or things like that. So that can kind of like, it's like one way to like, it's like trying to fill that void by keeping yourself busy so you really don't have to think about it. Because I do feel like I just get this vision of somebody sitting there with family, but it's like they're there, but they're not there, right? Like physically there, mentally, emotionally not there, because they're remembering times from before. So it's just like that one voice or that one person that used to be there all the time played a very large role. It could be a matriarchal role as well. Doesn't have to be though, but they could just have been a softer energy. They could have had a very specific laugh or tone to their voice, is what Spirit is giving me. And it's like you hear everything going on in the room, but you don't hear them. And I will say to you, if you guys have lost somebody or something like that, if the holidays are a time frame where a loss did occur, my heartfelt condolences to you. That can be very difficult, right? Like not having that energy in the room that maybe lightened it up, that Spirit is saying they would crack jokes, or just they walked in the room and you couldn't miss their presence, and it was positive presence. So that could be, it makes it feel dry somehow, like the laughter is just not there for you the way that it used to be. So there's just something around that, you're missing that. So the distraction is to keep yourself busy, right? So that we don't have to give credence to those memories of missing or longing for something that maybe is no longer there. Some of you, this could just even be a divorce or something as well, where this person, you know, this person is just not there in your daily life or your waking reality, whatever it is. So, you know, but don't miss out on the memories that get to be made now with the ones that you do have, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of that kind of energy, Aries. I got the chills that's surrounding that. Like, blanket yourself in comfort and protection of embarking on new ideas, new journeys, new whatever. Don't let that stop you from enjoying what you do have in the moment, okay? So, all right, Aries. On ecstasy and distraction. Very interesting. Again, daily reading. On ecstasy kind of slid out of the deck this morning. 111 could be important to you for that distraction. That foundational energy sits on the bottom still. You know, I shuffled these cards heavily after I did the daily reading. I just sat here and shuffled them a little bit more. And same cards from the daily read. Sacrifice sat in the background, I believe. Distraction was front and center of the daily reading. Behind that is freedom. And I honestly feel, this is going to get a little weird, I think, You got 3 4, so 4 could be very important. 111 could be very important. You could be seeing these numbers, and I'm going to say to you, this is likely, and this isn't going to resonate with everybody, but this is where I'm being pulled and drawn to at the moment, so this is what we're going with. If you have lost somebody that has passed on to the spirit side of things, this is emotional. They are there. You guys, I'm a medium as well. I've done that kind of work since I was 5 when I realized that I could talk to those on the other side. And that's how this journey of mine started. So this is very much front and center for me a lot of the times, outside of doing the tarot and just the intuitive messages. But I do feel like this could be, and this may have come up for you guys before, I can't remember. Whoever is on the other side they are perfectly fine. They are free. So if they were struggling with pain, sickness, illness, this was a long-term illness, I guess would be, I don't know if that's the word I want, but if they were suffering in any capacity, they are free to fly. They are free. They are in their purest form now. They are healing. They have been healed. Spirit said they are in spirit as well. Sacrifice. Like, I feel like to something following a passing of somebody, something had to be given up in order to get something else. And I think that in your waking reality, this could have happened in like a 6-month span where a loss could have occurred and then something new started to take place. And I think that there is an awareness within you, Aries, that you realize that this loss had to occur in order for this new thing to begin, whatever this is. This could be a person, this could be a place, this could be a job, this could be an awareness, this spiritual awakening, whatever. And I think that you've started to put the pieces together about how or why these things happen. Like, you had to give up that one thing that meant so much in order to gain something else. So it's like a bittersweet feeling. Like, why did this have to happen in order for that to happen? Because that was a substantial loss in my world. Okay, so it's like this distraction energy of this work, and I'm going to go back to all the things that I said in the beginning with the intuitive messages. They're there. This is a new beginning, a new start for you, but not without sacrifice. So this distraction is kind of like the intermediate link between the past and then moving on into the present and the future. Don't let what hurt hold you back from moving forward. Some of you, this could, change. This had to happen, and I do feel like some of you, whether this, and this could be even a marriage, right? It could be anything. When you just experience the loss of the person in the 3D in any capacity, it could just be not having contact with this person anymore. Again, it's going to be different for all of you. But I do feel like you feel as if you lost a part of yourself when that moment occurred. So it's a bittersweet shift for you guys, but don't allow this to stop you from moving forward and moving into the light, to new ideas, to new creations. I just kind of feel like there's parts of yourselves you're trying to hide during this time because your mind seems to wander. This awe and ecstasy is to breathe in those moments right now that do feel good. I got the chills. Like, take in all of the joyous wonder that surrounds you right now, okay? Community. Like, you are so supported, and you are supported from that person on the other side as well. You feel like you've got this support in the waking 3D. I think there are a lot of people around you that are loving and caring and trying to give to you during this time. And just relish, just truly relish in knowing that that's what you have available to you now. And I know that it feels very different, right? I mean, I've been there myself. Just last year, I lost an uncle unexpectedly, and that was it happened really, really quickly. So it's like, trust your intuition, trust your guides, trust the protection that surrounds you. You know, and I feel like the people that are around you right now, Aries, are supportive of your new visions, your new goals, your new aspirations. You got 7-7 here on the board. Again, a lot of repeating numbers for you guys. And, you know, you're being inspired as well. Like, you're not taking this laying down, but I think your heart and your head can get a little caught up in the thought of loss right now, because of things, right? Your intuition could be really speaking to you right now as well. You've got the goddess of the moon in the 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. She is the divine wisdom. She is that protection, right? She is the guidance. She is spirit coming in from the other side to course, I don't want to say course correctly, to guide you through anything it is that you're, you know, maybe experiencing troubles from. I will say, side note to that, also for some of you, keep eyes on your money right now. You could have somebody that is like trying to come at you for some kind of financial gain as well. So just be aware if there's like I never ever get this, but if there's like an inheritance or something surrounding a situation, people who, you know, it's the holidays, everybody shows up. This could be like, what do you have to give me kind of energy. So just be mindful of that, and don't emotionally spend, because you could also be shortchanging yourself as well. It's not just somebody else, we do it to ourselves. So just be mindful of that, because this here is tied to third parties. I don't think it's a massive energy that surrounds this situation, but it's there. It's there. It's low lying. It's kind of like, I feel like whoever or whatever this is might make a really small attempt, and like they just kind of see you not giving much credence to it. So then it's like they just kind of like disappear as quickly as they came in. So I don't think it's anything you really have to worry about, but just be mindful of how people are behaving and why they show up. Okay. So for Aries, mid-November spirit tried to come out was the cornucopia, right? Harvest time. It's time to sit down with this stuff. Woman holding a coin. You know, that's the other thing. You guys got a lot of cards of like dealing with your intuition. The woman holding a coin, she very much reminds me of the Queen of Wands. You know, but she's got this mix of the Queen of Wands, the Pentacles as well, and she's got the same cat that the Queen of Wands carries with her, and that's a high indication for me as a reader of that intuition that speaks to us, because, you know, animals, that's why I have a cat. I love my cat, because he's extremely aware, very intuitive, and they sense things before you ever do. I guess maybe why I might be saying this to you is to pay attention to the reaction of your animals too. If they sense, Spirit's giving me this too, if you have animals in your home, they tend to go to a specific corner of the home or something like that. This could be the person from the other side showing themselves, and your animals may be hypersensitive to the presence of other things, right? They can see and sense things that we don't, because we're caught up in the chaos around us rather than being present and aware in the moment. Sometimes I feel like you're not trusting of your intuition. You're not sure what to do or how to do it. Trust it. You know, this indecision will clarify that, but just trust that your intuitive abilities may be heightening as well at this time. And this woman holding coin, I'm going to leave that where I said about the animal. I really feel like that's what it's about. And, you know, I'll say this too. If you've got a dog, it doesn't have to be a dog, that your animal is very standoffish with a specific person or something like that. Even your kids. Spirit is also saying for some of you it might be your kids. Pay attention to that. And that's why you need to be present and aware in the moment. You know, don't let yourself get distracted, because there's going to be something that you miss if you are not engaging in the things that you need to engage in. Okay, so you have to be there in order to experience it, right? But I think that your kids or your animals could be hypersensitive at this time to other people's energy and their motives, or, you know, it's just like animals know, kids know. Like if they stay away from a person, it's for a reason. They're not sending off some good energy. It's always just pay attention, right? Pay attention. 4 of Cups, 10 of Wands with this community card. Let's see. My lips are dry. So I'm like over here chomping on my lip. Community. This is community for Aries. The Hermit. Yeah, it's kind of like you're trying to engage. Bless your hearts. I feel like you're trying to engage throughout the holiday. You're trying to do these things. That Five of Wands with the Hermit to me is internal conflict. Absolutely. The Star. Wishing, I really do, like, I feel like there's a wish that things were just different around a situation. And the focus, again, is on your growth as far as your pentacles, your projects, where you're planting new things. And you know, you want to keep your vibe up in a healthy way, because if you are feeling a longing or a loss, that will carry into your pentacles, right? It will open up. There's another 11 here with the World card on the bottom. So that is a completion. And I think that, like, you're getting the full picture. Some of you could be doing family pictures. Aries, you guys are all over the place. There's all kind of shit going on in your world. Holy mackerel. But this is healing. So it's like, okay, if I can't heal my heart space, then I'm going to heal my pentacles, or I'm going to heal. It's just where you're taking your healing energy and placing it at this time. And it's like you're trying to get out of that hermit mode, or trying to stay open to the possibilities of what is coming in. But this Five of Wands, to me, I've never actually seen it this way before. It tends to overlap. Like, there's like parts here and there's parts there, and I just said you guys are kind of all over the place, and that's kind of how this feels again when I'm looking at this card. They're drawing my attention to how this goes. Like, it's like watching the windshield wipers on your car. Like, if you hit the pause button essentially, or the stop, when they're mid-wipe, like, it stops right there. But then there's like another piece that kind of continues over. I hope that ridiculous analogy is making sense for you guys, but it's like things are tending to overlap in weird ways, and you could feel a little scattered as a result of that. And you know, that will cause some internal conflict. All right, what is this Goddess of the Moon for Aries? Okay, well, we're going to take those. 10 of Cups comes out sideways. I said about that 5 of Cups. There it is. 5 of Cups, 10 of Cups. You're entering 2 of Cups. I just heard from Spirit reunion. I'm going to clarify that 2 of Cups. 9 of Swords. I'm telling you, when it comes to whatever this loss is, like, again, wanting to be happy, very, very much so, but yet that 9 of Swords is like, I feel like you guys are being hit pretty heavy with whatever this is. And I'm going to say this too, if this is in regards to like relationships, love, some of you could have left somebody or something. You may not have taken an opportunity with something or somebody, and now you might be seeing this person with somebody else. This is kind of like, you thought, I don't know, maybe you just didn't give give something an opportunity, or give an opportunity a chance would be the way to put this. And now you're seeing them working with others, going out with others, and it's like, oh, I'm still happy. Trying to pretend that you're still happy kind of feeling. So if you're in that space, you need to ask yourself why you didn't engage, if you're feeling some remorse or regret for not giving something a chance. Because it's obviously weighing heavy on the mind to have that 9 of Swords sitting there with that 2 of Cups. Why did I not? Like, should I have said something? Could I have done something differently? Something is being reflected back to you about, you know, you could just be repeating a pattern as well. And that is pushing you to have to see something maybe about yourself that doesn't quite make you happy, but it's like fake it till you make it kind of thing. Like, I'll pretend that I'm okay, even if I'm not okay with this. So, yeah, just be aware for some of you. That's a little side message there. 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. We got the Lover's card. These messages have been going a little long, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry, because it's apparently something that needs to be said. Oh, God. Aries, if you guys, oh boy, there's so many messages coming in with this. Holy smokes. I don't even know where to start. Oh my golly. We got the Lovers, the Five of Pentacles, the Tower card with the Crown Chakra. So if this was a relationship situation, you may be contemplating making forward movement. You could be you could be, flip the roles as it applies, right? Like, oh my gosh, all this energy is coming through me right now. And this person could be coming back to you. So if the roles were flipped, this could be somebody else coming towards you, which is totally freaking unexpected because they're feeling like they're in loss and regret, right? Or this is you and you might catch this person off guard. All right. Like they may not be expecting communication or for you to show up, but it's like you're moving into that. For those of you who are dealing with your intuition, side note, hold on one second. Side note is intuitively, if it's a partnership situation, you are being guided back to that person. And it's like you could be still trying to fight that off though, because you're afraid of rejection. Second to that, if you Aries are developing your intuitive skills, there could be guides coming to you. Some of you could actually start to see things and start to question your own sanity because you're like, I have never seen this. Like you could be seeking external validation to, a psychic, a medium, a reader, your mother, like it doesn't matter. Just going, did you see that? Like, am I losing my mind? Like all of a sudden these downloads are coming in very heavy where maybe in the past you weren't a great believer and maybe we'll call it paranormal, which I really don't like that term for this. But, it's the things that we typically would not see or feel or experience, right? So it's like you start to have these run-ins, and this could be this loss. If you've experienced a physical loss due to death or something like that, that they're starting to get comfortable enough on the other side to start to communicate with you in this world. And so to you, you could question, like, am I losing my God-blessed mind? Like, did that really just happen? Yes. Don't question. You may feel alone in this, like you weren't expecting it. It doesn't make sense to you somehow. This is their way of stepping into your world again. And this could make you feel a stir of massive emotions with this Tower that makes you relive this loss somehow. It's very, very, Spirit is emphasizing very, very unexpected the way that these events are playing out. And this could be, your intuition will speak to you through songs, numbers, synchronicities, right? I said about the numbers that were here earlier, they were repetitive. And you've got 3 5, so 555. I feel like that's a change and an involvement in your intuition with this Tower, how it's coming in. So be open and receptive and understand that once we go through these moments of awakening, it can throw us off. Like I've even had moments after all these years of being in this and doing this where things will happen and I'm like, holy Mother Mary Moses, like how the hell did that just happen? Like, did that really just happen? Am I losing my mind? So I can relate to you guys with this feeling around this, like, was this for me kind of feel, okay? This blossoming abundance. Oh, hold on. Dropped a card. Give me 1 second. King of Swords in the reverse. 6 of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles. This goes back to that energy I talked about earlier of like watch. Like if you've gained some kind of money or you're doing better or some kind of inheritance has come in. That King of Swords in the reverse. He is methodical, emotionless, he's an asshole, he doesn't care how he says, what he says. So this can be somebody coming in, maybe making some kind of slide remarks about like what you got and they didn't get, feeling like they're left in without something. So somebody could be a little bit jealous of how you are. I say that, and then there's that God blessed Knight of Wands. This Knight of Wands in this deck, to me, like, I just don't like him. Don't like him. He's sneaky. I've said it 1,000 times. He's a conniving sneak that, I don't know, I just don't like him. And confirmation of the same of everything I just said, like, you're dealing with somebody like that, and there it is. But it's kind of like they feel like you got something that they should have had, or something to that effect. Like, they're coming in just enough to kind of, like, get a response or a reaction out of you of, like, you know, they want to piss you off. 30-30 on the clock. They just want to piss you off. And they're acting very immaturely about it. And it's like, you might be 55, you know, this person might be 55 years old, but they're acting like they're 30 years old, or they're acting like they're in their teens, and there's being kind of crude and mean about how they express themselves to you. And it's just like, why you gotta be that way, you know? Six of Swords is like, you know what, I've moved on from this. You know, if this was even a past situation with this person and they come around and pop up, and you're even just having phone conversations with this person or something like that, I don't feel like you're really going to let this affect you. Like I said, I feel like whoever this is, and I said it earlier, comes in just enough, and they realize they're not going to get what it is that they want, so they kind of turn around and duck out like the coward that they are. So, you know, just be mindful of that energy. This woman holding a coin, what is this? Two of Wands shows itself again. They're flying everywhere. Hangman. All right, hang on. Again. The moon in the upright. Again, this to me is like a suspension of everything you knew. This is about your intuition, Aries, is really starting to blossom for you. This goddess of the moon. This, I'm going to go back to the beginning too. Spirit's guiding me back to the implementation of plans and a new way of being. Your subconscious mind is like in this battle with the conscious mind, or vice versa, because it's like you're so used to this one way of thinking about particular situations that tend not to bring up all the facts, is what Spirit's saying. So like it would be like reading the headline of a news article and it says, you know, God, I don't even know, because I don't even watch the news. I don't read articles anymore. I don't want to know. I don't need to know. It's just usually yucky. But maybe it's something like, I don't even know. I don't even have a good example for this. Like, I try to give you guys examples so I can put it into perspective. I don't know. I don't know. You know, grandma wins the lottery. Terrible example, but this is what I'm going with. And, you know, she wins it, I don't know, in some crazy ass means, I don't know, but it's titled that way. But then when you go down and you read the article, it's nothing like the way that headline made it read, right? So it's like you've been very focused on the headline narrative and not the details below it. Does that make sense? So maybe you're aware of, okay, we'll go tarot readings, right? You're aware of tarot readings. If you're tuned in, you're aware that this is a thing. But how deeply it runs is way beyond the shallow surface of just a headline. Like, I'm obviously going to title this video to give you guys some kind of ideas to what is in it so you understand. But then once you dive into it, there's so much more beneath the surface. So it's like, your conscious mind sits with that headline. The subconscious takes that deep dive into the things that you thought you knew or just didn't have an awareness of, and now it's coming to the surface. This is what this feels like. And that hangman is that subconscious way of taking you into a new perspective, a new way of doing things. And right now it's kind of like, do I trust this? The two of swords, like, do I dare venture into that? Do I make that decision to move on and move forward with this? And I'm going to tell you, Aries, my gut is like burning right now. Follow those intuitive downloads. Follow that gut. Like, your intuition is on freaking fire. Love it, nurture it, sit with it, be thankful for it, take it and freaking run, because Spirit will guide you and teach you so much, so much. And then, you know, we move on to the next card of indecision. The Ace of Swords comes out. There's a truth. There's a massive truth, Ace of Cups in the sideways position. To me, to see that Ace of Cups too, that is also, you know, call it love or loveless, whatever. What do you want to nurture? What do you want to see grow? The World card. Six of Pentacles. Oh my God, I love this. This is allowing your emotions and your thoughts. Like, allow your emotions to turn right side up in this situation of whatever your intuition is guiding you to. And whether it's your work or what it is that you're distracted in. I mean, yes, sometimes we need that so that we can kind of work through things, right? I know as a Scorpio, I tend to be that way. But don't let it overrule everything else. And this is like, there's a truth to the subconscious. And it's like, do I dare nurture where I'm heading? Because what this is doing is creating a completion, the World card. And you've got the World, we're ending on the World twice. Massive completion. To me, this is an up-leveling of understanding of a cycle that has taught you to deal with the shallow headlines versus the depths of the article, right? Like, I don't know why I'm using an article as a thing, but this is going to give back to you in ways that you are unfamiliar with. And this is also, I talked earlier about the creative process. So your guides, the person that's on the other side, this experience of this loss, your intuition kicking in to fuel this, is creating a completion so that you can move on and move forward. Don't distract yourself from this inner knowing. Don't distract yourself from not tapping into the subconscious and allowing things to come front and center for you. Spirit's also saying 1121 could also be a very important number for you, the 21st day of the month, which is tomorrow. So this video should be out on Monday, but which is the 20th. But there is a very significant clarity that you're getting, but you have to allow your emotions to flow along with how you're viewing things, because it's like the floodgates open after that, okay? I love this for you guys, though. I know it feels heavy in some aspects of this for you, but I promise this is gonna open you up completely different. Like, it's like Aries 2.0. Watch out, world. Like, I like this for you guys. So let it happen, okay? All right, advice. This video is gone. These last couple videos I've done have gone super long. All right, Aries. What does Aries need to know? Advice, please, Spirit, for mid-November. The Royal You. And that's you. To Aries, when I see that card, that reminds me so much of you. It's like, adjust your crown. See yourself for who it is. Seeing beyond. I'm telling you, your intuition, look at that. Like, she is seeing both in the 3D and then outside of that. That third eye is opening. You guys are going through like a spiritual up-leveling, like a boost. And that could scare the shit out of you. And I say that, a burst of magic sits on the bottom. That could really scare the bejeepers out of you if you're not familiar with how those messages come in and how it feels. Once you respect, Spirit is saying, once you respect what is coming in, once you have a deeper knowledge and understanding of how important this is becoming as a part of you, the Royal You, healing is taking place during this entire thing. Another 7, so 777 could be important. Your 4s, 444 could be important. 5s, I'm seeing that, but it's the change, that heart, that compassion, that heart space keeps coming out for a lot of these readings, and even in the dailies. And then what else was it I was looking at? There was something else I thought. 1111 or 111, I'm sorry, 444. 5s are important, but this is a positive change for you guys because it's allowing healing to occur. So I like this. Allow this, take this subconscious and just hug it, love it, enjoy it, run with it. Like, it's taking you to an up leveling, like victory, success, beautiful blossoming growth too. And I'm gonna say, side note too, I don't think I really touched upon it over here, just to kind of wrap it up, in regards to partnerships. If you were the person that, you know, you're feeling some loss or regret, like you didn't take up an opportunity, Again, this is about you learning how to pick better directions, actually listening, being present and aware with this woman holding a coin, because I do think that you may have missed something when it came to a particular person, like the importance of who they are. And they may not, like, they could walk around looking homeless. Like, I'm going to use myself as the example. There are days that I look like a homeless person because I just don't feel like getting dressed. I'm human. Like, we all want a pajama day, but this person could be very lavish and very abundant in some way, and they just don't, you would never, like, they could be a millionaire and you would never know by the way they walk or talk or dress or act. They don't sit in the material realm. So maybe that's something you're typically drawn to, is like aesthetics. And when it comes to a person, and it's not about the aesthetics, but then you come to find out, 2 months later, that maybe they're, world famous for writing a book, and they were just showing you attention, and you kind of turn them down based upon that. Like, there's more to it. See beyond the surface of what is happening, because maybe you're being taught that it's not about the fire and the passion and the physical intensity of a relationship as it is what they carry within them to you. 41:14 on the clock. And you're realizing that your process of thinking about it, like, you're thinking, like, well, how does this work? Like, I couldn't be seen with, that's the ego, right? You're being asked to open your heart so that you can move into a more fulfilling cycle. Okay, Aries, I'm leaving it there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and spending some time with me this week. I appreciate each and every single one of you. 4141 vibes. Change. If you guys are interested in personal readings, that information can be found in the description box below, the About section of the page, holisticallyzenwv.com for a full list of products and services. I'm sending you all so much love, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.